Okay, so with number 9, they tell us what method we have to use, substitution. Okay, well, substitution, step 1 was isolate a variable, and that's already done for us. Okay, in the second equation, x is already by itself, it's isolated. So what we do is step 2. Step 2 is plug into the other equation. Well, if I'm going to plug into the other equation, I've only got 2 places to plug in, either x or y. Well, this was x equals all this stuff, so it's going in for the letter x. I write down that first equation, except for this time, I've got to plug in a 2y plus 2 for the x. Well, I'm ready to distribute this negative 2 now, because all I have left is y's. And I have negative 4y minus 4 plus 9y. I've got 2 like terms, here and here. I can add those 2 things together. 1 equals 5y minus 4. And then I add 4. I get that 5 equals 5y. Divide by 5, divide by 5, and y equals 1. That's half my answer, okay? Half my answer. What I need to do to find my second one is I've got to use these original equations again. I like this second equation. It looks a little simpler, so I'll copy it down. And now I'm taking this new information that I found, I'm plugging it in. Well, 2 times 1 is just going to be 2. And 2 plus 2 is 4. You can put that whole thing in the calculator, okay? So my point where they cross, my solution is 4, 1. On to number 10, again, they told us what to do. They said, use the elimination method. If you don't, you're not going to get all your credit. You're not going to get most of your credit, okay? I look at these 2 variables, my x's and my y's, and I decide which one I'm going to eliminate. Well, 3 doesn't go into 7, so I'm hoping I don't have to use that one. But this would be a 1 here in front, and 1 does go into 3. 1 goes into everything. 1 is nice, okay? So we're going to multiply this bottom equation, and I want this number in front to turn into a negative 3, so it cancels. So I'm going to multiply by negative 3. When I multiply through, I get negative 3x plus 9y equals positive 3. Okay? Positive 3. I'm done with that equation for now. I draw a line through it because I'm ready to eliminate. My x's are going to eliminate. 3x and negative 3x cancel. I get a 16y equals 16. Divide by 16, divide by 16. Y equals 1. These should work out nicely. Okay? So there's half my answer. 1 again. 1's nice. It's easy to plug in. Where do we plug it in? Either of these first 2 equations. Either one of them. I like the second one. It just seems like an easier equation. Okay? So I've got x minus 3y equals negative 1. And I'm going to take that 1 that I just found, and I'm going to plug it in for my y. When I do this multiplication, I get that x minus 3 equals negative 1, and I'm going to add 3 to both sides. Those are going to cancel, and I get that x equals positive 2. That's the other half of my answer. There's substitution and elimination. Number 11. All we have to do is get rid of the fraction. It says write it so it contains only integer coefficients. Okay? What that means, I've got to multiply this whole thing, and I've got to look at the denominators. I need a number that all of these go into. Okay? So when I think about all of these having to go into a number, the only number they're all going to have in common that's bigger than them is a 12. So I'm going to multiply everything through by 12. Do these one by one in the calculator. Okay? 6 times 1/2 in the calculator is going to give me, or 12 times 1/2 is going to give me 6x. 12 times 2/3 is going to give me 8y. and 12 times 1/4 is going to give me 3. That's all we had to do. Just had to get rid of the fractions. Number 12 works very similarly. We're just getting rid of the decimals. So I've got to multiply this entire equation by something. It's however many decimal places we have. This only has 1 decimal place. That would be multiplying by 10. That would also get rid of this one. But this one's got 2. I need to move this decimal 2 places to the right. To do that, I've got to multiply by 100, or times 10 times 10. When I multiply all of these through by 100, I get a 50x plus 20y equals 25. So that's all you have to do on 11 and 12. Get rid of the fractions, and then you have to get rid of the decimals.